Hi, I'm Kyle Smith with Hagerty. Today we're going to be fixing the crooked headlights on a 1972 Chevrolet C10. So fortunately for this job, we've got three nice easy tools to use. We're going to need a roll of tape. I prefer painter's tape, you'll see why later. A Phillips head screwdriver, and then the last thing we need is just a standard tape measure. So our first step is to mark 25 feet back on the ground. On this one, I'm using my garage door as the surface. You can use whatever's convenient for you. You just need a large flat surface that you're able to park 25 feet back from. And then our second step is to actually put the headlights on that 25-foot mark. Then I'll close the garage door and I will use that garage door to focus the lights. So you will want to make sure the vehicle is on flat, level ground with a load consistent to what you typically drive with. So typically a half tank of gas is a good place to start. So our next step here, we're taking three fairly specific measurements. The first one that we're starting off with is the distance from the ground to the center of the headlight. Now you can use any part of the headlight, be it the top, the bottom, or the center, but what you'll do from the ground to the center here, so we can see it's about 29 inches. As long as you're consistent from side to side, it won't make a difference. And then we will set that there in the center and get it lined up. Over here to the side, we're right at 60 inches side to side, right at 5 feet. And then our third mark will be the one on the garage door, and that will be 3 inches down from our headlight center, and that should be right at 26 inches. What I'm doing is I'm marking a line where I measured up from the ground to the center of the headlights. I'm going to transfer that line to this wall at the same height, and then I'm going to make a line 3 inches below that. And we will use the top line as our reference line, and then the lower is what we're actually going to focus the headlights on and use as our true mark. So I am going to mark two other marks on these lines, and that is from the center, which I've marked here and lined the truck up with, 30 inches off, which will tell us where the headlight is relative to these lines. So we'll just put a small piece of tape right on that one, there. Then we'll come over and mark this side as well. So I thought we were going to be able to get away with adjusting this without removing these trim bezels, but looks like we are going to have to go ahead and remove them. It really depends on the car. Most cars you're going to be able to get to these adjustment screws without removing this trim piece. So looks like we're going to have to just spring it right off and then make our adjustments with that out of the way. So the screws that you're looking for are going to be on the outer rim of the headlight. So it'll be here at the top, most likely at the 12 o'clock or the 6 o'clock position, and then either 9 o'clock or 3 o'clock position. And that will allow you to adjust the headlight up or down in the focus or left to right. So that's about the setting that I want on the driver's side. It's probably a little bit lower than it needs to be. Better safe than sorry, and we can always bring it up a little bit more later. Go. There, we're seeing it come up. So we can see there the kind of blob of light right here is what's giving us just off of the headlight center line. So that's going to illuminate the shoulder of the road. That's right where I want it. So you can see here, if I hold both of my hands in front of the light, where it actually darkens out, and then when it comes back, exactly how much light this passenger side is throwing out. So now that we've got the low beams all adjusted and set to where we want them, I'm going to go ahead and check that the high beams are in a rough location as well. With this one only having two headlights, it's a very simple operation because they're already focused from the low beams. Now, if your car has separate high beams, you're going to want to go ahead and lather, rinse, repeat, do the exact same thing that you did for the low beams, adjusting those high beams. These look to be in good shape. I'm going to go ahead and call it done, give it a quick road test, and make sure everything's working fine. So that wraps up this video of adjusting these headlights. If you have any questions or any specific techniques that you like to use, feel free to leave those in the comments. And as always, if you like what you saw, please subscribe to our channel for more.